This concept is so powerful, yet so simple, that most people completely dismiss it as nonsense. I used to be one of those people. I thought this whole idea was complete bullshit. Lying to yourself about being successful? Come on, that sounds like something a delusional person would do. But what happened to me over the past few years completely shattered that belief. And now I understand why this works on such a deep psychological level. Let me take you back to where this all started. So back in 2023, I was going through the darkest period of my life. I was working 9 hours a day, 6 days a week at a job that was slowly killing my soul. The commute alone was eating up another 3 hours of my day. So basically, I was spending 12 hours of my life just existing in this miserable routine. My life had become this depressing cycle. Wake up, take a shower, go to work, come back home completely drained, scroll through my phone for a bit just to numb the pain. And sometimes those fuckers would even hold Zoom meetings that would steal whatever little free time I had left. But the worst part wasn't even the job. I had lost some of my closest friends in a train accident. People I used to hang out with daily. Everything that gave my life meaning was gone. I felt trapped, like I was going to live this miserable existence for the rest of my life with no way out. During this dark period, I bought this book called Think and Grow Rich. I'd heard people talking about it, so I thought maybe it could help. I started reading it, got through about 70 pages, and honestly, I thought the author was stupid. I mean, how the hell are you supposed to get rich just by thinking about getting rich? It sounded like complete nonsense to me. I remember thinking, this guy is just bullshitting people who are desperate for hope. So I put the book aside and forgot about it. Fast forward to 2024. I had finally left that soul-crushing job and started working on building my own online business. I didn't have much capital. Honestly, it was very little, but I knew I was smart enough to figure out a way out of that misery. I was determined to create something better for myself. As I was going through my old stuff, I found that again. For some reason, I decided to give it another shot. And here's the thing, I still think some of the stuff in there is utter nonsense, and the author definitely seems delusional about certain things. And I won't recommend someone to buy that book unless you have some disposable income and want to spend it on something. But this time, something different happened. The core idea behind this concept, or as I like to call it, strategically lying to your mind, completely caught me off guard. I started to understand it from a psychological perspective, rather than some mystical bullshit. Here's what I realized. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you consistently tell it is real. When you start acting as if you're already successful, your brain begins to accept that as your identity. And once your brain accepts it as your identity, it starts making decisions that align with that identity. It's not about magical thinking or the universe conspiring to help you. It's about rewiring your brain to operate from a place of confidence and certainty instead of doubt and fear. So how do you actually lie to yourself about being successful until you become one? First, you need to define what success looks like for you specifically. Not what your parents want, not what society expects, but what you genuinely want to achieve. Get clear on this, because you can't lie convincingly about something that's vague. Second, start acting as if you've already achieved it. This means changing how you talk, how you carry yourself, how you make decisions, and how you spend your time. Successful people don't waste hours scrolling social media. They don't make excuses. They don't operate from a victim mindset. Third, surround yourself with evidence of your future success. This could be setting up your workspace like a successful person would, dressing better, reading books that successful people in your field read, or even just changing your morning routine to match that of someone who's already where you want to be. Fourth, start making decisions from your future successful self, not your current struggling self. When faced with choices, ask yourself, what would the successful version of me do in this situation? Then do that, even if it feels uncomfortable or fake at first. The key is consistency. You can't do this for a few days and expect magic to happen. You need to maintain this identity consistently until your brain starts believing it's real. And once your brain believes it, your actions automatically align with that belief. I'm living proof that this works. The person I am today, running my own business, creating content, building something meaningful, that person started as a lie I told myself when I was stuck in that miserable job. I acted as if I was already a successful entrepreneur before I had any evidence to support it. The beautiful thing about this approach is that it creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you consistently act successful, you start attracting opportunities that match that energy. You start making better decisions. You start taking calculated risks instead of playing it safe. Look, I know this might sound too simple or even ridiculous. Trust me, I was skeptical too, but the psychology behind it is solid, and the results speak for themselves. Your current reality is just a reflection of the lies you've been telling yourself about your limitations. Why not start telling yourself better lies? Lies that serve your goals instead of sabotaging them. That's it for today, folks. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to check out the Meanest study guide too. See you in the next video.